What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sports Entertainment Tonight, right here on AOC. We'll be live momentarily on Twitch and on YouTube. My laptop will decide to cooperate with me on here. I am your friendly neighborhood Russell Gamer, Double B Bully Boudreaux, along with the superstar of Sports Entertainment Tonight, Mark. That's Mark Trahan. Mark, how you doing?
Very good, very good.
And as you guys can see, Nick Nede Fukwe is not with us this week. He unfortunately had some other business to attend to, and filling in for him this week, ladies and gentlemen, Josh Aber from the Q. Josh, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Doing good.
Well, we got a lot to talk about, gentlemen, especially with everything that's happened. So I guess we should just start off right off the bat with the passing of Superfly Jimmy Snuka. For those of you who don't know, Jimmy Snuka unfortunately passed away this past weekend at the age of 73. I believe it was stomach cancer, if I'm not mistaken. It was a heart attack? I was told it was stomach cancer.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're right.
Come on, computer, decide to work. But anyway, Mark, I want to start with you. What was your reaction to the passing of Jimmy Snuka?
Yeah, pretty much a shock, maybe. But he was sick for a little while, and I guess it was time to go, But, still had the memories, and the person that, said he passed away was Tamina. She was the first person.
Yeah, she broke the news on her Twitter that everything that happened.
It's pretty sad, made you cry. As her hand and his hand.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's really. But we still got some good, footage of him. Going off the top of the cage against Don Morocco, and he influenced a bunch of guys.
Mick
Foley, Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yep. Josh, what's been your reaction to what happened?
I was at home and I got a notification on my phone from WWE saying breaking news: Jimmy Superfly Snuka has passed away. I'm like, what? I was like, no, can't be. So I went and looked, and I seen on Facebook there was like usually whenever someone dies on Facebook, it's all over there. And I seen that, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and I have to say that there's been a lot of mixed reactions when it comes to it because of the whole
the trial and everything.
Yeah, all of the. As I want to go into the live control room on YouTube, not actually click that, but yeah. And one of the things I said on YouTube this week was, we don't know for certain if any of these allegations are true. Nobody does, except the person who passed away, which was Jimmy Superfly Snuka. So I don't see, how it's fair for some wrestling fans out there today to pass judgment on something that they're not 100% positive actually happened in the first place.
That's people being trolls.
Yeah, I heard some of them, they said that they want him to get the Chris Benoit treatment, to where they erased him from WWE history.
The Hulk Hogan treatment.
No.
Yeah, I believe that's OTRS Central that you're speaking of, and 90% of the time, I agree with some of the things that he has to say on his channel. But some things I don't agree with, and when I saw him making that statement, I have to disagree with him 100%.
Yeah, I do too.
Because Jimmy Superfly Snuka is an icon, and nobody can say for certain, as we are now live on YouTube, so welcome to everyone on YouTube, and let me pop up the Twitch chat, so that way the people who are watching this on twitch.tv /WrestleGamer can, as I'm trying to get onto my channel, please let me get on my channel, Twitch, don't act like this.
But the worst people, the first people who like to say something about the ECW crowd.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, I heard stories when ECW first came out. Jimmy Superfly was one of their first champions, TV champions,
really? And
had a guy that he walked up to Jimmy Fly Snuka while he was doing his entrance in ECW, and he said, "Out of town, Pennsylvania, 1983." You just looked at him.
I'm surprised that the WWE, on Raw, they didn't have the 10-bell salute with everyone out there.
Well, they still did a little montage.
They still did a montage. I'm happy they did that.
Yep, definitely. Guys and gals, you can see we have the phone number at the bottom of the screen. We'll open up phone lines after we recap Raw and SmackDown. But before we do that, it's time to find out what has made the headlines this week in the world of professional wrestling. And apparently another one of the changes that Anthem Sports and Entertainment, gentlemen, is making is dropping the TNA initials and just going to call the company just Impact Wrestling. This is according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Now, do you think this is a step, and Josh, I want to start with you on this one. Is this a step in the right direction of turning this whole company around from what Dixie Carter has done?
Maybe so.
I think so, because, I mean, Impact does have potential. You know, it has a lot of great stars. It has Jeff Hardy, Bobby Lashley, a lot of ex-WWE stars, but they also have their own stars like EC3. What's the name? What's the guy with the bow tie? I forgot his name.
Rockstar Spud.
Yeah,
Rockstar Spud.
They got a lot of great talent. I mean, including the knockouts. Oh my God, some of the stuff that the knockouts do now are influencing WWE. I think they're influencing WWE, because I think the TNA were the first ones to ever do I think it was a ladder match, right?
I believe so.
It was a knockouts ladder match. Then they had a last woman standing match too.
Yep, as we welcome D-Lam into the YouTube chat, and D-Lam, we're also live on Twitch as well. And again, just a heads up, we will open up phone lines after we recap Raw and SmackDown. But anyway, next story, and it's going to actually pertain to one of TNA's stars in the form of Matt Hardy. He posted an interesting tweet as we're moving for some odd reason a lot. He posted an interesting tweet as what's up to that guy Tone as well in the YouTube chat. And this is what Matt Hardy posted on his Twitter just a few days ago. He says, quote, "A fork in the road is rapidly approaching. I must determine which path I will take post-haste. The seven deities show me the way." Now, a lot of people are under the impression, and Mark, I want to start with you on this one. A lot of people are under the impression that this is a sign that Matt Hardy's contract in TNA is coming up.
Yeah. I think it's true. But I don't know about WWE, though. It's kind of a WWE would get him creative control over his contract.
Yeah, they would have to actually write that into his contract for him to keep control. And that's one of the things, Josh, that I think would probably be a downfall from Matt Hardy going into WWE is the fact that he would lose creative control over his character and his gimmick.
Right, like I love the Broken Hardy the gimmick. It is awesome.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen tonight on Impact, like the first match they had there, like the race for the briefcase.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, where each of them get a contract, and then one of them ends up getting fired. So we don't know who's gonna get fired, but it might be Matt.
What's up to Evo in the Twitch.tv chat? Again, just a quick reminder, phone lines are not open right now. We will open the phone lines and take phone calls after the recap of Raw and SmackDown. So if you have a comment or a question that you'd like to ask us, or you have something you want to say, please wait until after the Raw and SmackDown recap.
It's true.
Right, now, according to Kate8, and that's KAIT8.com, AJ Styles was robbed Monday night at a WWE live event.
Yeah, Arkansas.
Wow.
Yep, and this is what was stolen. The suspect made off with $1,000 in cash, $7,000 in Japanese yen, which is about $61 American. AJ Styles' iPhone, a set of Beat headphones, a small screen TV, an Xbox 360, and 6 Xbox games. So let's just hope he kept his PlayStation at his house.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What did he do? Take his car?
and I think this is let me see in the chat here.
Because they know we got away with all.
Very interesting that you mentioned that name, D-Lam, and very quickly for the AJ Styles story, no new developments have been made about the robbery or if the person's been caught. But the reason why I flushed a little bit because D-Lam brought up a very interesting name, which leads into our next story. So thank you very much, D-Lam, for that. Triple H recently said a few weeks ago that he'd be interested in signing the cleaner Kenny Omega to a WWE contract. Omega appeared recently on the Taz show, and this is what he had to say, gentlemen, quote, "I have come so far to almost having a complete career in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Do I end that now to pursue something else somewhere else? Now, people are talking about me, and now WWE is more receiving of using me in a way that I can contribute. I don't just want to take a paycheck or payday and collect a check. while I'm still healthy, while I still have ideas in this crazy head of mine, I want to contribute and I want to do things that are going to make wrestling fans happy, and I'm going to make new people into wrestling fans that were not wrestling fans before. I want to contribute in that manner. If a company like WWE were willing to use me in that manner, if they had good ideas for me, and I had good ideas that jived with that, I would heavily consider it. Now, gentlemen, and Josh, I want to start with you. Does that sound like Kenny Omega is actually intrigued and enticed to go into WWE?
I think so.
I think so, but same thing with Matt Hardy. I think it has to do with his contract. Creative control, do something that work with people that he will want to, or give them a chance of working great. But we gotta see for ourselves with Kenny Omega. I think he was in WWE for a while.
Really?
Yeah, FCW.
Was he ever in TNA?
I'm not sure, but I know he's more known.
I heard the name of him.
Yeah, he's more known as he's part of the Bullet Club in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So that's how his name is known. So Dean, thank you very much for that. Evil wants more of Mark. Well, he's right here. Now, if they were to bring Kenny Omega into WWE, gentlemen, who would be his first feud? And since Evil wants more of Mark, I want to start with you. What would be Kenny Omega's first feud?
Which
with anybody,
brand?
If he's on Raw or SmackDown.
Raw and SmackDown. If he's on Raw, I think Seth Rollins would be good. Okay, would you think Seth Rollins?
I could see him working with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
SmackDown, AJ Styles.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, because of their history in the Bullet Club.
History in the Bullet Club. I heard also SmackDown. Dolph Ziggler would be awesome.
Yeah, Evil says he agrees with you on that one with AJ Styles, and I got to agree with you on that
Seth
one.
Rollins would be good too.
Yeah, if he went on Raw.
Yeah.
Josh, what about you? Who do you think he would work well with in WWE?
Finn Balor. I think.
Did they ever work together when they were in the Bullet Club?
I think so.
Was Finn Balor part of the Bullet Club?
Yeah, when he was in New Japan.
I'm not too familiar with New Japan.
Yeah, because right after he left New Japan to go to WWE, that's when they put AJ Styles as the head of New Japan. I believe that's correct. I believe that my timing is correct on that one. Evil saying Omega versus Styles. That could work. If they haven't worked together in New Japan before, I would love to see that.
Ambrose on SmackDown, that would be pretty good too to see that.
Yep, definitely. That guy Tone says, I want Kenny Omega versus the greatest of all time, James motherfucking Ellsworth. Shut up, Tone!
Yeah.
Shut your mouth!
Yeah.
Go get some mouthwash and wash out that dirty, dirty mouth of yours, Tone. Dirty!
Yeah,
how can you even degrade the name of Kenny Omega with the no chin Magoo, James freaking Ellsworthless?
Yeah, we saw him live, and it's really awful.
Oh, really? It was that bad, dude?
Yeah.
He beat Kurt Hawkins in one move with the super kick.
Nice. The chin kick.
So if Kurt Hawkins didn't look bad enough already...
He had to lose the thing, though.
Oh.
Dude, I actually want to get his shirt now. Just to get it. Just to wear it around.
You know what? You can leave now. No, stay. Oh man, Tone, you made me mad, man. When we open up the phone lines, you better be the first person to call, man, and apologize to me for making that statement. All right, now we only got a couple of news stories left before we go into the wrestling recap of the week. There are reports out there that Vince McMahon had another surgery, as Kenneth Franklin. So it's a good show. Well, thank you very much, Kenneth Franklin.
Yes.
If you like it, be sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon on YouTube as well, so that way you stay up to date on my channel. But yeah, apparently Vince McMahon has had another surgery. If you guys watched the WrestleMania 34 press conference, we all saw that he was using crutches. Really? This was due to the surgery he had for a torn quad back in September. But now reports are surfacing, gentlemen, that he went under the knife again, but this time for a minor hip operation.
Oh, wow.
Now, as of this time, there are no further updates as to the story, but as soon as I find out anything, guys and gals, I'll definitely report it here on Sports Entertainment Tonight. So this is where I report all the news. It's right here on this show, right here. But I got to say this. We saved the best news for last, and it's actually some really great news.
It's just a man takes a crap and you hear about it.
No, it's actually... yeah, you'll hear it from Mark, because he'll be the one watching for the crap.
Yeah.
It involves Trish Stratus. Last weekend, Trish Stratus gave birth to her second child. A baby girl.
You came out something good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I can't believe you made it go that south, Mark. I'm pretty sure Evil in the Twitch chat is just loving that. But they released a statement on Trish Stratus' website. Trish Stratus welcomed Madison Patricia, her second child, a bouncing baby girl, on Saturday, January 14th, 2017.
Sweet.
Trish delivered her daughter with her midwife and husband by her side at South Lake Hospital in Newmarket, Ontario. 3-year-old brother Max is said to be over the moon about the latest addition to the family. The newborn's middle name honors Trish's Greek paternal grandmother, who unfortunately passed away last month. Congrats to Trish, Ron, and Big Brother Max. So, and again, congratulations from us as well to Trish Stratus and her family on the second child. So that's pretty much going to conclude the news for this week. So we're going to take a look at Raw and SmackDown. And again, guys, when we're finished the recap, phone lines will be open, and you guys can call in. And Tone, you better be the first person to call.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Tom. I mean, you hurt my feelings when you said that thing about James Ellsworth. You better be the first person to call, and the first words I better hear out of your mouth is, "I'm sorry." All right, so let's get to Monday Night Raw, the opening segment, which was basically a big build, not only for the Royal Rumble match itself, but the main event with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns would come out and start talking about, how he lost the championship, but he wasn't going to complain about it, which then brought out Paul Heyman. Apparently, the fans decided it's better time to call chant for Goldberg.
Well,
yeah, but then Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho would come out. So would Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins, and out of nowhere, Sami Zayn would come out, and then the IWC's favorite superhero, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar. That's what I call him, because I can't stand Brock Lesnar. I hate his guts. People want to worship the ground he walks on, and
I wouldn't.
But as Kenneth Franklin said, Trish was a good wrestler. Well, she made the Hall of Fame for a reason.
Yeah. You just like her because she's hot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Evil says he would like to see Omega versus Nakamura. They never worked together in New Japan?
I think so. Because I think they've worked against each other for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
You don't notice Brock made the list?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, Brock comes out. He does his usual spiel of throwing bad suplexes and just wanting to be dominating, and that's what he does. Again, guys, we will not be opening. We are not opening phone lines until I'm not sure who it is, but like we said already, we are not opening phone lines. As I just said 3 times already in this show, we will not be taking phone calls until after the Raw and SmackDown recap. After that, then we will take your calls and we'll listen to what you guys have to say. Yeah. But you have to listen to what we have to say first.
Listen to what I have to say. I'll get the microphone.
So anyway, and that's pretty much how it left. They wanted to make Brock Lesnar look good, even though he got his butt beat by Goldberg at Survivor Series in about a minute and some odd seconds. So they had to do something to make him look good.
Oh, yeah. I like to see Brock versus Braun. That'd be a good match. I'll credit Braun Strowman for this. He did a good heel thing. He denied the fans with what they wanted to see. A lot of the fans wanted to see Strowman versus Lesnar in a confrontation. Strowman said, not going to do it, not going to happen. And so that actually brings more heat to Braun Strowman, because then you're denying the fans what they want to see. And what they wanted to see was that confrontation. Inside the Rumble.
As Kenneth Franklin says, Brock Lesnar can't wrestle. I would agree with you on that one.
He can't wrestle.
I like this. Kenneth, tell that to his face.
I'll say it on here, and I'll say it on my YouTube channel. I won't say it to his face.
No, I wouldn't either.
Because I like my teeth in my mouth. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And I like my head on my shoulders.
Yeah. Opening match was, as Tone says, I'll be the first caller. I'll have words for you, not liking the greatest of all time, James Ells. All right, well, let's finish up the recap first, then we'll open up the phone lines. Opening match was Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Jinder Mahal and Rusev. I wasn't really taken away from this match, to be honest, Mark. In fact, the storyline with these two teams really hasn't been strong at all.
It hasn't.
So
and you can't teach that.
You can't teach that. Well, and that's sad, because you would want to teach them how to put on good matches and good storylines. I want to see Mark versus Lesnar. Mark would win the really?
Huh? Yeah, I could if I would.
You better be talking about Mark McGuire.
Yeah.
Or another Mark, like Mark Calloway, The Undertaker.
Yes, definitely.
But anyway, finishing the match was Enzo and Cass hitting the bada boom shakalaka on Jinder Mahal. Mahal's been looking cut as of late. You know, he's been looking really ripped. You know, really in good shape.
He's been doing the juice.
Yeah, and then we had Evil says, "Are you mad? Lesnar is amazing. You remember all of his wrestling background? Well, yeah, he may have a wrestling background, but where has it been ever since he came back in 2012? It's been not there."
Suplex.
And he has like he has a personality, charisma as a paper bag.
That's all he does is suplexes now.
Of a mannequin.
Yeah, Arya Daivari took on Lindsay Dorado with James, the extraordinary gentleman, Jack Gallagher, on commentary. I love Gallagher. Gallagher's awesome. He is just absolutely amazing. There's no denying what he can do. And I know they had an I forfeit match on 205 Live. And if you guys want to know what happened or my take on it, I'm going to be reviewing that tomorrow right here on YouTube. So if you guys want to know what I have to think about it, again, only right here on youtube.com/WrestleGamer.
You shave your goatee and shave your right here and make your little one of those Jack Gallagher mustache.
I don't think it would have to require an extraordinary amount of cream.
Yeah.
But basically, what this whole match was a build for the I forfeit match, especially with the way the finish ended with Daivari locking on a modified Cobra Clutch on Dorado to pick up the win. Evil says he's an MMA. He hurts people. He don't need to talk. Heyman is there for that. I know that, Evil. That's why Brock Lesnar is in the spot that he's in today. Because if Lesnar wasn't there by himself, he would not be in the top spot that he's in. Because Lesnar can't cut a promo to save his life.
And Lesnar, I want to say this, like, I know somebody that knows Lesnar and trained with Lesnar. Like, Lesnar, he's badass, but, he's just badass because there's not many badasses in wrestling that much anymore.
And I'll give it to him. In 2000, his first run, he was good at cutting promos.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened. He was good on the mic before he left.
Yeah.
Then he came back, and then he just can't cut a promo to save his life. I don't get it. I just don't get him. Mark giving grooming tips. Tell him, Mark, shut up, D-Lam. Up next, the Raw Tag Team Championship was on the line. Sheamus and Cesaro taking on Gallows and Anderson.
Pretty awesome match.
Yeah. It was really good, and a unique finish.
Yeah.
Neither can you cut a promo. Apparently, you need to watch GCW and Mid-South Extreme on my channel, Evil.
Yeah.
Apparently, you need to watch that.
Evil people.
And why would I need to cut a promo anyway when I'm a commentator? Commentators don't cut promos.
JR did. We listen to me.
Yeah, but that's because at that time they wanted commentators in the spotlight. I don't think, personally, being a commentator, the spotlight shouldn't be on the commentators. It should be on the athletes. It should be on the people in the ring.
Oh, I got some news. Michael Cole might quit.
Yeah. I heard about that too. He might be taking a backstage role.
Cesaro would run circles around Lesnar, and Evil said Lesnar would F5 God and pin him. Okay, Evil, if you want to go that route. You're still upset that Lesnar beat Undertaker at Mania. LOL, joking. Kenneth Franklin, looks like his wrestling career stopped in Suplex City.
Suplex City.
And you guys in the chat are just absolutely having some fun tonight, and we'll get.
But remember where Suplex City
I never said, Kenneth. I never said Goldberg was good at cutting promos either.
Yeah.
I never said that either.
He just always would say, "You're next."
next?
Yeah.
But here's a unique finish for the tag team title match, and hopefully we can get through this the recap and open up the phone lines. At first, Sheamus accidentally knocks down the referee, and then he finds himself up for the finisher, the Magic Killer, and then it looked like Gallows and Anderson won the titles, which and got a positive reaction from the crowd because I think a lot of them were like IWC marks and whatnot. But again, that's internet wrestling community. Because a lot of people who hear me talk saying, "Oh, what's the IWC?" But anyway, the original referee comes to and disqualifies Sheamus and Cesaro, so Gallows and Anderson still get the win, but they don't get the titles. Mm-hmm. Now, up next, we were supposed to have a match between Tony Nese and Rich Swann, but it never happened. Neville came out and attacked Swann, and I said this last week, Mark, and I'm going to say it again. Ever since Neville has turned heel, he's been turning heads.
Yeah, he is. The UK tournament, was pretty awesome. He was against End. and pretty awesome match. Probably the best match Neville had since he was in NXT.
I say the only match that I watched, and I wonder if Evil, D-Lam, Kenneth, and Tone saw this. It was the Jordan Devlin and Danny Burch in the opening round. I think it was like the second match that night, and that head kick that Devlin did to Burch and busted the back of his head wide open. He was just bleeding all over the place. That was nasty, and there was no blading whatsoever. It was just kick down, and then next thing you know, you see him turn his head and blood just coming out.
Hey.
I mean, it was unbelievable. Yes, it was on the UK tournament.
That's why UK's way better at our wrestling. That's UK's.
Yeah, Mr. Mex in America, I hate Jordan. Huh? Who are you talking about? Devlin. The UK tournament was epic. I loved it. Says D-Lam. But D-Lam, you know the match that I'm talking about, that moment with Jordan Devlin and Danny Burch and what happened there. I think you know what I'm talking about right there. That was just absolutely gruesome, to be honest. And I don't know if Burch suffered any sort of injury beyond that, but let me just tell you what.
About the stitches?
Stitches. He turned his head around when he was laying down and just blood coming out.
Jordan Devlin is a mini
fun size Finn Balor, and it's funny you say that, Tom, because
he's Scottish though.
Yeah, but not only that, but Finn Balor trained Jordan Devlin.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's why there's so many similarities between the two.
And Finn Balor's Irish and Devlin's Scottish.
Yeah, but very quickly, back to Monday Night Raw. Yeah. Like I said, ever since Neville turned heel, he's been turning heads, and I think that's one of the things that you need right now. You need somebody to draw the attention, to get the crowd excited, or
make the cruiserweights over.
Yeah, and one of the things that
205,
and Neville can do it. Yeah, considering the fact that we're talking about him right now.
Yeah.
That shows you how good he is. So.
I like to see Neville.
Okay, I don't. We're about to be tortured now because I don't want to talk about the Titus O'Neil and New Day segment. I don't want to. It was so horrible. I am sick. I am sick to death of Titus O'Neil and the New Day. We had to deal with this crap 3 weeks in a row. I am sick to death of it.
We used to love the New Day.
I don't think it's anything to do with the New Day. I think it's the fact that Titus O'Neil just flat out sucks.
Yeah.
And this angle with him wanting to do the New Day, it's just not believable.
He needs to go back with Protestant players and then they get managed by Bob Backlund.
And no, Evil, it has nothing to do with the color of their skin. Nothing to do with that.
Get your hands off of me.
Well, that's why you're evil. Or you're not just evil, you're evil.
Evil.
So, but... yeah, basically it was time for Big E's turn to beat down on Titus O'Neil, and that's what happened.
How does Titus O'Neil keep his teeth so white?
I have no idea. Probably Colgate or something like that, maybe. I don't know. But Big E would hit the big ending on Titus to pick up the win. At least his teeth were still intact.
Yeah.
Then next, when the Titus brand is hot, brother. Really, Tone? Really? Really? Yeah, it's hot garbage is what it is. And again, nothing to do with his skin. He sucks. He's not a believable character.
Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah.
Titus O'Neil can't cut a promo to save his life. In ring, he's good.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. In the ring, Titus O'Neil is good. Stay off the damn microphone, Titus O'Neil.
Titus Brandon.
Get a damn manager to talk for you.
Get Bob Backlund.
Of course, Mr. Mexican America would love the New Day and Titus, or is he put Tidio? What the hell, Mexican America? Why you make me say that? Next, Charlotte was cutting a promo about Bayley not being on the same level and showing pictures of her with famous legends like Bret the Hitman Hart and RVD. And, of course, Bayley being the babyface, wanted to come on and say that she's proud of that. And, of course, if you got to meet Bret the Hitman Hart and Rob Van Dam.
Legends.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Definitely. I would definitely be proud. Corey Graves is best on the mic. Evil, I would agree with you on that one. I do like Corey Graves. I do.
Yeah, he's better than Brian Saxton.
With RVD, man.
Yep. And now say something about what Mark just said, Evil. He said he doesn't like Byron Saxton. Say something about that.
Yeah.
You came down on my head about Titus O'Neil. You say something about Mark that he said something about Byron Saxton. I want to see you put that in the chat.
Yeah, Byron Saxton sucks.
Yeah, up next we'd have Cedric Alexander and the Brian Kendrick. And apparently they wanted to make a big deal about the breakup between Cedric and Alicia Fox. Did anybody really give a crap about it?
I didn't care.
No, because nobody was buying into the storyline in the first place with these two. And then that promo after the match with Alicia Fox, that was horrible.
Okay, leave me alone. Okay, I'm like, shut up.
She needs to.
How does Alicia Fox still have a job with WWE? That's my
she's
question.
Oh, no, that's why.
Yeah.
Mexican America loves Byron Saxton, of course.
Yeah.
So
That guy,
Tone
Tone.
says Bret Hart is shush. Tone, we're gonna have a little conversation when you call us.
Yeah.
But now the big news of the night, the big reveal.
It's true. It's damn
Kurt
true.
Angle being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and we're going to be serious right here. You know, I got to say, and of course you would care for Alicia and Cedric, Mexican America. I know you. But I got to say, Kurt Angle, I've said it this week earlier on YouTube, for everything that he's accomplished, everything he's done in the wrestling industry, he's earned his place in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but we were just.
And he's way better wrestler than Brock Lesnar over WWE.
Yeah.
He won a gold medal for freaking broken neck.
So
Won 2 gold medals.
So Kurt Angle's been named. I wonder if the rumors of Diamond Dallas Page are still true that he's going into the Hall
Rick
of Fame.
Rude too.
Yeah.
But the one thing I still stand by. Beth Phoenix? No,
Yeah,
I
I
heard.
heard that she's gonna be inducted. The female. She's gonna be the female inductee this year.
Well, if not, she could make a return. I heard a lot of people saying that she could have a return.
Oh, nice.
But one person I still stand by that needs to get inducted this year is Vader while he's still alive.
Time is Vader
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, because he's dying. And I think, again, it would mean more to him and to his family and the fans to induct Big Van Vader while he's alive.
But who would induct him? Sting or?
I would think
I'll say
Sting.
What about Ron Simmons?
Yeah,
Because Ron Simmons defeated him for the title to become the first ever African American world champion.
The person picks who you get.
Oh, really?
Okay, next match is the.
it's the main event. It's the 6-man tag. Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and Roman Reigns taking on Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens, and Chris Jericho. I like this match. It was good and exciting.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and they worked it well, but when it came down to Strowman and Zayn, we kind of knew what was going to happen already. It's going to be the power slam with Strowman, and that's what happened. But the ending was actually really good. And what I'm talking about is the fact that they went up to the announcer's table, and all 3 of them voted, so we had no commentary for the finish of Raw, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Strowman wanted to slam Zayn through it. He would get intercepted by Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. And it looked like they were going to powerbomb him Shield style through the announce table. Here comes Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Jericho would get pedigreed by Rollins, and then Rollins would eat a chair to the face by Kevin Owens. And then we would end Monday Night Raw with Kevin Owens powerbombing Roman Reigns through a table. Gentlemen, I got to say, it's been quite a long time since we had a good action-packed, chaotic ending to a Monday Night Raw. And it was good to see that again, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
No one's had a shield. You put the thing like that.
It
He's
made,
crazy.
Yeah,
He's crazy.
It made Sami Zayn just look kind of weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like trying to be funny and didn't come out funny.
And it's just not in Zayn's character right now to pull up that kind of comedy stuff, you know. But anyway, that's the end of Monday Night Raw. Let's go over to SmackDown and as we said for weeks, that guy Tom Noam Dar is the best part of 205 Live. Like I said, the onset of this show, I'm going to be talking about 205 Live in NXT tomorrow on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/WrestleGamer. So I'm not sure what time, because anytime I get to upload it, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we open up with Shane McMahon with the announcement of
Elimination Chamber.
Of the Elimination Chamber.
SmackDown,
Yeah, we haven't seen the Elimination Chamber in about, 2-3 years almost?
No.
SmackDown's doing a lot to get a.
We didn't have one last year.
Oh, we did.
No, last year we had Fastlane instead of
yeah, you're right.
instead of Elimination
They
Chamber.
are doing Fastlane though. They're gonna. It's a Raw pay-per-view.
Yeah. So Raw's gonna have Fastlane, SmackDown's gonna have Elimination Chamber. Now they would bring out AJ Styles, of course, who would object to it. then John Cena and The Miz. And I got to say, Mark, I love John Cena's instigating and of Miz and Styles. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best time when he's on the mic, when he's doing that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I loved it. Cena was funny.
Yeah.
He was good. He was funny. He was entertaining.
Really?
Yeah, and now he did do a good job on commentary for the opening match with Styles and Miz. He definitely put over their championship match, which I believe is going to be at the Royal Rumble. So again, Cena and Styles are not in the Rumble match, guys. So when we talk about Royal Rumble, when we do the Royal Rumble preview next week here on the show, just remember Styles and the 4 people that we know for sure who are not in the Rumble match: Reigns, Owens, Styles, and Cena.
Thank God.
So, but I got to say, for the match with Styles and The Miz, I was really into it. I thought it was really well done. It was like a good 30, 35-minute match, if I'm not mistaken. And it was, but it was thrown out when Styles threw Miz into Cena, and the referee just said, "Match is off." He threw him into another guy. Got to call off the match. Where in the rule book is that?
They make some money, no contest. I heard that's a rumor that they do DQs or like no contest to make some money.
Yeah, throw him into the ring guy at ringside. Match off, disqualification. Can y'all see how silly that is?
That is stupid.
It's a stupid rule. He threw him into another guy. The other guy didn't touch the guy.
Exactly.
So how does that constitute a match stoppage? I don't understand that. But anyway, they did it just to make John Cena look strong, and that's what they did.
It's we're talking about that after. We're not into that yet.
Tone, I'm going to get to that part of SmackDown in just a second. But Nikki Bella and Natalya, first off, is Nikki Bella's ring gear shrink every week, or is that just me?
We saw in person. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
John Cena's the man. That's the only thing I like.
Yeah, John Cena, he is the man. He gets to bang Nikki Bella.
Yep.
Oh,
And I don't care if they're real. These are these.
Oh, yeah.
And Nikki Bella's got them.
Yes,
And Natalya's hot in her own right, but she's spoken for.
Yeah.
But they would actually go up to the merchandise stand and actually have a beatdown, which again goes back to something I was saying about what WWE's been lacking as of late is good chaotic segments in their shows. And that definitely was a chaotic segment with Nikki Bella and Natalya. So what did you, Josh, I want to start with you. What did you think about that?
I thought it was pretty good. I think they need to add more add more diva type, more hardcore stuff with the divas. That's what they need to do.
And
Well, with the main event, they kind of did a little bit something about that.
Yeah,
But
that was cool.
we'll get to that when we talk about it. Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose. Holy crap, this was good.
yeah, but it wasn't for the title though, Intercontinental title. But Dean Ambrose got the win. You know,
Evil, you got room to talk. You got room to talk, brother.
what?
He's calling us pervs. You got room to talk, Evil. But anyway, again, I think the more of the focus in this match in the storyline is the implosion of the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
With the feud with Randy Orton and Luke Harper.
Waiting on that to happen.
Yeah, and they even had Bray Wyatt cut a promo, and he even said it on Talking Smack later in the evening that they're going to be unified, but Harper and Randy Orton are going to have a match next week. Now, do you guys see them keeping the Wyatt family together, or do you see the implosion happening even further beyond that?
I see them just having a match and getting.
I think Luke Harper is gonna leave.
What do you think?
I think it's gonna be like a match, and it's such a good match. They make them much stronger. They respect each other as having a match.
Eric Rowan might come back too. Who knows?
Yeah, he's been.
I heard he's been. There's rumor going around that Eric Rowan is supposed to come back with a female Wyatt member. Because there was an image on Facebook of him talking to a mannequin with. It was like a mannequin with a mask and a wig.
I wonder if there was some kind of representation of Sister Abigail.
I want to do. They need to debut Sister Abigail.
They've been saying that ever since they debuted the Wyatt family.
I think the perfect one to portray Sister Abigail would be Katie Lee Burchill.
I got one better.
Who?
Nikki Cross from NXT.
Oh God, yes, Nikki Cross or Daphne.
She's retired, neck injury.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But the thing about makes Sister Abigail is pretty much Sister Abigail is just the expression of Bray Wyatt's imagination. When you think about it.
You never know.
Now on to the King's Court. Jerry Lawler back on TV.
It was like Raw 1994.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the whole outfit. He had the whole 1994 get-up on, and he was interviewing Dolph Ziggler, who's finally turned heel, so maybe a fresh
I'm
change.
happy about that.
Yeah, you and a lot of people, Josh.
I like seeing Dolph Ziggler heel. It was about time.
And he did a very heel thing. He told.
Yeah. First off, he showed the footage from that night in 2012 where Jerry the King Lawler had the heart attack.
Did y'all notice that they showed CM Punk also? But they cut away like real quick. CM Punk was standing in the background.
Mr. Mexican America said, "I loved King's Court." It was, for what it did, it served its purpose, and definitely, especially since they were in Memphis, brought a lot more heat on Dolph Ziggler, especially with what Tone wants us to talk about. You know, it's because Tone says Dolph Ziggler super kicking Lawler in the heart was amazing. Just wish that he said, Jerry, I'm going to finish the job. One thing I do wish, Tone, is if JBL didn't trip on his way into.
Yes, I've seen that too. Was that a bot?
No, he even said it on the mic. Yeah, because he even said it on the mic that his foot got tangled in a cord.
Yeah.
Wow.
At least he
That's something you shouldn't say on live TV.
Hey, but at least he admits it.
Yeah.
He's like, he laughs at himself.
But now on to the main event of SmackDown, the SmackDown Women's Championship Steel Cage match, Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch. So far, these two have been the shining light of the women's division on SmackDown.
And they have a surprise, too.
Yeah, and now,
Big surprise.
Pretty awesome match.
yep, then La Luchadora somehow gets into the ring, and then Alexa Bliss hits a DDT and gets the win and retains the title. And then we get the big reveal of who La Luchadora is. It's Mickie James.
Yeah.
Mickie James. Now, we heard, I believe it was like 2 or 3 weeks after the NXT TakeOver Toronto event, that Mickie James had signed a contract to be on SmackDown Live, but we had no idea, how they were going to bring her in. Do you think that, Josh, I want to start with you. Was this a good way to bring in Mickie James?
I think so. I really do. Because it made sense to have Mickie James come back and, turn heel.
Mr. Mexican America asked a question. Do you think Apollo Crews should have been on SmackDown this week? I think having Apollo there and come in to see about Jerry Lawler would have been a much better thing than having JBL trip on his face going into the ring. Evil, you forget who Mickie James is married to, right?
Yeah, Magnus. But I met Mickie James in person, too, in Texas.
Yeah, and they had a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
What if Magnus comes back?
I think Magnus is still under contract to Global Force Wrestling, if I'm not mistaken.
Has that ever gone off the ground?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Even with Jeff Jarrett back as executive consultant for Impact.
Yeah, Impact, yeah.
So gentlemen, I got to ask this question before we open up the phone lines. Yeah. Raw versus SmackDown, who wins this week? Mark, you are the superstar of the Twitch chat. They want to know what you have to say first.
Pretty much a tie.
Really?
But Raw was a lot better this week.
Yeah, I got to agree with you on that one, because last week's show was utter crap.
Yeah, it was.
But they did do a much better job this week.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
So how would you, Evil says, it's my babies.
Wow. You wish.
Yeah, but where do you stand, Raw versus SmackDown this week?
I think, like Mark said, it's a tie, but with SmackDown having the first ever women's cage match on SmackDown, I think that kind of, went a little bit above Raw. And including the reveal of La Luchadora being Mickie James, I think that kind of went over Raw a little bit.
Definitely.
In my opinion. SmackDown is pretty damn good.
Mr. Mexican America says SmackDown, and Evil says SDBC Styles.
Because of Styles.
Oh, okay. SmackDown because of Styles. Okay, I get you there, Evil. I get you. In there. So that's go.
What would y'all think if Bayley turned heel?
Well, I don't
give
know.
Like a year or two.
Yeah.
In about a year or two, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all see that?
Well, with her being her gimmick being that she's the hugger,
Yeah.
I don't think that she could be a believable heel right now. I think they need to
Not
focus.
now, but like
Yeah,
later.
they need
I mean,
they need
later
to focus more on her face gimmick and what they're doing with
Yeah.
her now with Charlotte. So now the Raw and SmackDown recap is over. So guess what, guys? The phone lines are open.
Yeah. Call in. Boop, boop, boop,
Yep, 337-366-8951. If you guys have a question or a comment you would like to make, Tone, I want to hear from you first.
Yeah.
You got a lot of making up to do, Tom. So the phone lines are now open, guys. We're just waiting on you to call with your comments or questions. Right now, again, it's 337-366-8951. Which one of y'all is going to be the first one to get in on the phone lines this week?
You're going to win nothing.
Tom, you better call and apologize.
Yeah, I think one thing that did happen on NXT this week, I didn't see it, but I do know it was advertised, was the contract signing between we got a phone. As I'm about to talk about NXT. Hello, you're on the air. Tone, is this you?
Too bad you don't get Tone first. You get Joey Gasm.
Joey, how you doing this
Hey,
week,
Joey,
man?
did you
Me from a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I remember you, man. What you got for us this week?
did you steal AJ Styles' Xbox? You from Arkansas?
I have my own Xbox.
All right. Just wanted to ask if you knew who stole AJ Styles' Xbox.
So, Joey, what you got for us?
Y'all asked the questions, right? And first off, Lesnar is amazing wrestler. I don't want to hear that nonsense.
What about Kurt Angle? He won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
Didn't Kurt Angle beat Brock Lesnar in 2003 for the title?
That's pure
Yeah.
wrestler there is.
Kurt Angle's badass. Kurt Angle's way badass than
Remember the
Lesnar.
match? How incredible that was?
Say that again, Joey. Joey, you're breaking up. You're breaking up, man. Say that again.
What?
Remember that match at WrestleMania between Angle and Lesnar?
Yeah, Lesnar nearly broke his neck with the shooting star press. That was actually a smart move on his part. I would like to know who goaded Lesnar. He's saying, go do the shooting star press. I guarantee you can do it. And Lesnar probably was, okay. Yeah, probably Russo. It was probably Vince Russo who said, you can do a shooting star press.
Listen, man.
And this was probably Russo's reaction when he saw the shooting star press. And it was like this. Russo's probably like, shit. So, Joey, how do you think the Royal Rumble is shaping up, man? What's been your thoughts on it, man?
James Ellsworth's going to win. Your favorite wrestler.
Oh, God.
Oh, shut up.
Dude, if he...
No shit music, baby. I want Braun Strowman to win. But I think there could be some surprise. I mean, maybe Kenny Omega out of nowhere.
Ooh.
Maybe
Or Finn Balor if he returns.
Samoa Joe's going to come up and get a major push. I hear he's getting a major push when he comes up, so it could be him.
Yeah, with him finishing his feud with the NXT Championship with Shinsuke Nakamura, it's a very, very likely idea that they could bring up Samoa Joe in the Royal Rumble match.
Lost Aries, no?
Well, and Austin Aries, I think, is still recovering from a broken orbital bone.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes, which is why Austin Aries has been on commentary on 205 Live. He's still recovering from that. I still remember seeing the images. Joey, did you ever see the images after Austin Aries broke his orbital bone on his face, how bad it looked?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And also, Ty Dillinger's going to be number 10 in the Rumble. Calling it now.
Nice.
Yeah, number 10.
All right, cool. Joey, are you involved in COH at all? In Code of Honor?
Possibly.
What's your name on there?
Maybe I don't need you to know that.
Well, hey, I'm giving you some airtime to talk about your gimmick and your character in COH.
Don't worry about me being the World Heavyweight Champion. Evil in the chat right there. This is evil.
Not just evil, you're evil.
Evil.
I've had that name since Justin TV, if you know about that. I've never changed it.
Oh, man. Well, Joey, it was great talking to you, man, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week, man, all right?
It was nice to talk to me also.
Yeah, peace out, man.
For you.
Yeah, go find out who stole AJ Styles' Xbox.
Yeah, and then tell us so that way we can keep it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a COH World Champion. I have plenty of money, damn it. I don't need to steal.
Yeah.
All right, champ. It was great talking to you, man. We'll talk to you next week.
All right.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah, we'll check the other questions on Twitch.
What is COH?
Code of Honor. It's the an eFed that D-Lam owns on Twitch.tv. They shows. We got another caller here. Caller, what's your name and where are you from?
It's your favorite YouTube person, Tone. To hear to sing the praises of Eva Marie, James Ellsworth, and Brock Lesnar.
You got a lot to make up to me, Tone. You hurt my feelings when I saw that chat comment, man. You hurt my heart to put James Ellsworth and Kurt freaking Angle in the same sentence. How could you, Tone? How could you disappoint me like that?
He's just being a troll on the bridge.
How could you?
The problem is that it's true. All of it is true. Everything I say is true. I'm not wrong.
You know what I'd like to see?
You live under the bridge, Tone?
I like to see James Ellsworth pull a Maven and eliminate The Undertaker and then get his ass whipped.
I would love to see that.
That's pretty, yeah.
Dude.
I like that, Josh.
I would love to see that.
Or eliminate Brock or Braun Strowman.
Huh.
I want James Ellsworth to go in there. So no chin music, Undertaker. Knock him out the rumble.
Yeah.
He's gonna be Bushwhacker Luke.
Brock can decide he would like to live for the rest of his life and then just jump over the top rope.
He'd eliminate himself.
Yeah, like Drew Carey.
Yes.
Now, Tom, we heard the announcement of Kurt Angle being inducted into the Hall of Fame. On a serious note, what's been your thoughts about that?
Kurt Angle is my second favorite wrestler of all time, so I'm super happy for him.
3 hours, man.
And plus, he's in the he'll be in the next game, hopefully. And
I hope so.
I'm also in COH. Yeah. I would also love to take all of his moves. So.
Oh God.
If not, they could put him in as DLC.
Yeah.
I think they can end up.
The one with him with hair and when he was bald.
Yeah.
Say that again, Tom.
I said I don't want to pay for him. He better come for free.
Yeah.
He might be the cover guy.
Yeah. The person I want to be in a wrestling game is probably Owen Hart. You know, he's been since Attitude.
They're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna do it. Him or Benoit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Tom, I want to talk to you. Last thing I want to talk to you about is the comment, and I know you really want to talk about this. The whole Dolph Ziggler segment with him and Jerry the King Lawler. You got to admit, they put an extraordinary amount of heat on Ziggler for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like they told him not to be himself, which is probably the best thing he's probably done ever. Because in his promos, usually he just kind of rambles on and goes really fast, but in that promo, he was slow, and he meant every word, and you could tell on his face he meant every word. It was wonderful.
Yeah, and they did everything right that they needed to do. They even referenced the matchup that he had in 2012 before Jerry the King Lawler had the heart attack. And then the super kick. Now, it wasn't the best super kick I've seen, but for Lawler being in his age and his condition, he actually sold it like a champ. But, Tone, I got to say, the worst thing about that segment was seeing JBL trip on his face, man.
That was funny.
JBL does a lot of tripping. He does it in the commentary. He does it on Fox News. He does it pretty much everywhere. But we can get beside that. He's still cool, I guess.
Yeah.
He can pick on himself. Some guys would be like...
You think they'll have a Ziggler versus Lawler match at Mania?
I pray to God. I pray to God, yes.
But I don't. I think it all depends if Lawler can pass WWE Medical. If WWE Medical will give him the clear and the go ahead because of his heart condition and what happened back in 2012.
Yeah.
He's wrestling in the Indies.
Well, he's wrestling in the Indies, but the WWE doesn't have authority over the Indies. So if Lawler wants to go and risk his health in the Indies, then yes. But if he wants to do it under a WWE show and a WWE contract, if anything would happen to Lawler, WWE would be liable for that.
Yeah, and I don't think they can afford having a Jerry Lawler die on their watch.
If it'd be Vince Russo, he'd be like, "Go for it, bro."
I want to see Vince Russo and James Ellsworth and just see them beat themselves to death.
No, Jim Cornette.
Because James Ellsworth is obviously a better wrestler than Vince Russo. I mean, he's probably better at booking too.
I gotta.
Well, let me one up you on that one. Has James Ellsworth ever been a WCW World Heavyweight Champion? No, Vince Russo has.
Well, you can't be world champion of it all.
So has David Arquette.
It's a shame that company.
Yeah, bro.
WWE is obviously the best company in the world, and if you don't believe that, I don't know where you're from.
Hey, I watched this. I watched like an interview with Vince Russo.
I guess WCW gave us Glacier, that dumpster fire of a character, so I guess we can deal with that.
Ray Lloyd is still wrestling somewhere. I think he's in Shikara Pro, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my!
WCW gave us Shockmaster, Renegade.
I guess I'm not watching that. Thanks for that.
The Mommy. What's the Mommy's name? The Yeti.
The Yeti. Yeah, it was the Yeti. It was and that was all pre Eric Bischoff, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
the Ding Dongs.
What if I'd like to see Easy get into.
Do we think that Roman Reigns is the greatest wrestler of all time? Because next to James Ellsworth, he's pretty up there. I'm giving him that too.
I think the fans are not exactly giving Roman Reigns here. And Tone, I've just been given the signal. We got 1 minute left in the show. Anything else you want to say, Tone, before I let you go, man? Because we're about to head out of here.
Tone.
Yeah, I won't take up too much of your time. I want to shout out D-Lam, a friend of yours. I'm also in COH. I'm Tone White there. Thursday nights at 6 o'clock, and then Honor Bound on Fridays on the D-Lam 1 channel. It's pretty great. Everybody should watch it.
Be sure you check it out, twitch.tv/DLAM1. You heard it here first, folks. Tone, thank you very much for the call, man, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Yes, James Ellsworth is the greatest. Have a good night.
So, gentlemen, that's going to be it. Any final thoughts before we head out of here?
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
I'm going to be the COH.
My final thought is I want James Ellsworth to win the Royal Rumble.
So with that being said, guys and gals, that's going to be it for this week here. I am the Russell Gamer, Double B Billy Boudreaux. He's Mark the Smart Trala, and filling in for Nick Nede Fuquay is Josh Hebert. We'll see you next week right here on Sports Entertainment Tonight. Bye, guys.
Bye.
We're going to do Twitch.
Oh, wow.
I think we're still on Twitch and YouTube, right?
Yeah, but he's about to close it.
Okay.
Can you bring me back to my...
Caller, we're off the air.
Yeah.
Caller off the air?
Yeah, we're off the air.
Yeah.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
You know what? Yeah, let's do one more call. You're going to be our post-show caller. Who am I talking to?
My name is Antonio.
Antonio, I remember you, Antonio.
Yeah.
Antonio?
How you doing, Antonio?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good,
I'm doing good. What you got for us?
I think Kalisto should have been on SmackDown Live, and I love Cedric Alexander.
Kalisto, hold on. Antonio. Kalisto's already on SmackDown Live.
I know, but on the show, like on the TV, on the television.
On the television machine?
Yes.
You English good?
Yes, my English is great.
I'll tell you this, Antonio. I think one show that Kalisto would have been more suited for.
205.
205 Live.
Yeah.
So
Mark,
why haven't they made the move?
Mark.
I'm sorry? Yeah, Mark's right here.
Mark. Hi, Mark. I like you, Mark.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, but I think Kalisto would be more suited with the cruiserweights more than anything.
Hey, this did it really good for Neville.
I want him as IC champion or the WWE champion.
Kalisto's actually been the United States champion on 2 different occasions, if I'm not mistaken.
And beat
I know that.
Designed the belt.
S.E.T, I know that, man.
Yeah, because he had a feud, I think it was 2 years ago with Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah,
Yep.
Del Rio.
Yeah.
I love Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Patron.
Yeah, and would you believe, Antonio, that on the YouTube channel TMZ Sports that Alberto Del Rio has been on there twice, and it actually hasn't had nothing to do with wrestling. He was talking politics and talking about Donald Trump and whatnot.
Did you like Donald
I
Trump?
hate Trump. He's building the wall in a few hours.
You sound very happy about that, Antonio.
No.
Nope. There's no way he can build a wall anyway. He'd have to go through the
Anything
But
else?
yeah, I love Monday Night Raw and the funny black talents like Alicia Fox and Cedric and the New Day and Teddy O'Neill.
Okay, Antonio. Well, we got to go, man. We got to let you go. We got to get out of here, man. The studio's closing.
Yeah, it's closing.
We deserve more time.
No.
Not anymore. Call next week.
Call in next week.
Bye.
9:30.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.
My apologies for that one, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully Antonio will not call in next week. But anyway, again, we're live every Thursday night. If you can see us somehow, we're so tiny on the screen right now. here on Sports Entertainment Tonight on AOC and WGS-TV. Again, youtube.com/WrestleGamer and on twitch.tv/WrestleGamer. Be sure you also check out Code of Honor, COH, on twitch.tv/DLAM1. Thank you to everybody who is in the chat room on YouTube and on Twitch. So again, he's Mark, the superstar Smark Traha. He's Josh Abear filling in for Nick Nede Fuquay, and I am your friendly neighborhood Wrestle Gamer, and we'll see you next week right here on Sports Entertainment Tonight. Bye, guys!
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right, we need to go tell Jacob to cut it off over there.
Ooh, Jacob.
You can bring it back to my apartment?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Where you live, Josh? Don't you live on a...